Thank y'all for tuning in again. I am Billionaire Boy, also known as J.E. Ditto. And this is the spiritual bank account. I got a deposit for y'all right now. I woke up with this one yesterday. I meant to put it down, but I didn't get around to it. So I want to talk about the 4 stages for your transformation dealing with self. There's 4 stages dealing with self. They are self-accountability, self-love, self-development, and self-mastery. I just want to kind of walk these down very briefly according to my own journey. The first one, self-accountability. If you are not pleased with where you are in your life, whose fault is it? We want to point the finger at everybody else instead of standing in front of that mirror and looking at our own flaws, at our own shortcomings, at our own poor decisions. The lack of accountability right now is at an all-time high. So if you want to begin to transform your life, that's the first thing you have to do inside, within your own self, is have to say, it's my fault. If it worked out good, you'll claim that win. But when you take that loss, it's their fault, it's her fault, it's his fault, it's everybody's fault but our own. So when you begin to hold yourself accountable and own your own bullshit, that's when that's when you begin to really get your power back, because you don't have any power making excuses. Nobody want to hear somebody always with excuses. It's always somebody else's fault. You don't have any power. You don't have any accountability. So the first thing you got to do is hold yourself accountable, okay? Now, self-love. Once you start examining yourself and looking in that mirror, you're going to see some things that you don't like. It's going to make you feel guilty. You're probably going to feel shameful. You're probably going to be mad at yourself. You're probably going to be beating yourself up for some of these decisions that you have made. And that type of energy towards oneself can cause you to not like yourself, leading to you hate yourself. So now everything that you speak about, my dumb ass, look what my dumb ass did, or damn, my stupid ass. Then you start the inner voice of your own self, you start to berate your own being. You start to talk bad to yourself. Self-hatred rises. So you have to begin to love yourself again. Love yourself through your mistakes. Give yourself grace. Give yourself a little mercy. Give yourself the space so that you can grow out of these mistakes and errors that you made at one time in your life. So you can't move forward if you haven't developed that state of self-love. You got to love yourself. Now the third one, this is where the work really starts at. Self-development. Because you've been moving backwards. And now you're gonna come to a standstill and realize, okay, I'm tired of going backwards. I'm ready to move forward. So now you have to start developing new habits. Now you have to start developing new routines. You have to change your ways. You have to gain a level of discipline that you probably have never had before. That's gonna make you start to change your inner being. You're gonna have to start to change your thinking. You might have to change the way you eat. You might have to change your friend circle. You might have to change your job. You might need to change the city that you're in. But you're going to have to start changing things in order to establish yourself as a new being in a new environment with a new mindset. You know what I'm saying? Those are 3. Self-accountability, self-love, self-development, and the last one, like I said, was self-mastery. When you start to develop these new habits and this new routine, then your confidence has started to build up. It's like, I like this. I like the new person I am. You're starting to see yourself being transformed. You're starting to see mentally that you're becoming renewed. Your spirit is increasing. Now you probably have, because again, a spiritual connection has to come into this, into one of these 4 areas at either time. But once you start to gain that high level of spiritual attunement again, now you're starting to master. Now you want to get up and you want to fine tune that workout. Now you want to fine tune that diet. Now you're going to start reading books so that you can begin to be elevated in rooms that you may walk in. Now you want your knowledge base to increase so that you can hold conversations about things with people that you may not have been able to talk to before. You want to start to master the self. You want to start to master things like your breath. You want to start to master things like, again, how you eat. You may want to start to count calories and the carbs, and you may want to start adding supplements. Now you want to master this physical vessel. Because again, before you can master what's on the outside, your inner world has to change. We want to just put on the fancy clothes, put on the $1,000 shoes, and go out and look like it. But a lot of times when you see these people that are completely dressed up and you begin to hold conversations, you see they're very shallow, very surface level, because they just put it on. It's on them, but it's not in them. The shit can't be on you, man. It's got to be in you. And the only way that it can get in you, if it's not, you have to start over from scratch. You have to tear everything down. A lot of times you can't, let's just say this building I'm in. I want to do some massive upgrades. I just can't build on top of this. I'm gonna have to go in and tear all this down to the foundation, clean up all the bricks, haul them off, then come in with the new blueprint, then come in with the new build. That's what we got to do to ourselves. We have to tear down that old vessel. We have to tear down that old person that we was in order to become a new. What the Bible said, you can't put wine in the old wineskins. Same thing with our bodies, man. We have to be renewed from the inside. So take these 4 steps, use them in your daily life, use them for your own personal transformation, and let me know how it works. Again, if you're here right now, like, leave me some comments, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here.